Hello.
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 Oh my God.
Right.
These people.
But like,
General disclaimer. Like we were just talking about this. This season is such. It doesn't feel like any other season that we've done. At least to me, I can't put my finger on what it is. And I think, with all due respect, this is, I think, maybe one of our most entertaining casts for sure. Like not even close in terms of like entertainment value, but in terms of good gameplay, you're maybe only beating season 4
so,
in terms of good gameplay. That I go, wow, look at this person making really great smart moves. I can name 2 people on this cast that I feel that way currently about.
well, we'll get to them. So
We'll get to them.
We have to hurry. I only have half an hour, so
Cool. So it's gonna be fast rankings.
well, there's only 9 people, so we can take our time, but like, let's stay on track. Okay. Starting with Haley.
What did Haley have last week?
I don't know.
I think 5 from me, 6 from you.
Yeah, that sounds right.
That sounds right. I can start with Haley. This week, there's a lot of good about Haley, and Haley, to be quite frank, is one of the 2 people that I go, great, I'm seeing good gameplay from you. Haley has proven from day 3 that she is smart, and she plays the game, and she talks, and she puts in the work, and it's good work. She's making a fantastic move this week. Taking out Cal, that alone, with how the season has been going, like that alone could win Haley the game in the eyes of the jury, I feel like. Because Cal's been such a main, not even a force in the game. Cal's not been a force in the game.
Just a main character.
A main character in the game has made themselves out to be a force, even though no one's ever listened to anything that they have had to say ever. I feel like the house is under the mindset that they have. So taking out Cal, who's won 3 HOHs at this point, very, very big. Granted, that's if Cal goes home, and we'll talk about other players when we get there. So I feel pretty good about Haley. Haley's also made good inroads with people, like moving forward into the final 8. She's got Molly and Cade. She's got Monet, I think, more on her side. And she's got Grace. Like that's a good chunk of people that would vote to keep Haley over other people. So I'm feeling pretty good. Am I feeling the most fantastic yet? No, I do still think she's on the outs of the house, but she has worked her way in more. I'm going to raise my score to a 6.
Okay. We said last week, I remember saying this, Haley needed an HOH win.
And she got it.
She got it. And like, whereas last week I was like, I know Haley's a good player, but she hasn't had the time to show it. Like, this was it. Like, first of all, I guess Cade kind of gave her that HOH win, but even still, like, she needed it. I think her week so far has been great. She just needed someone to use the veto. Everyone was going to use the veto this week, who was playing in the veto. And I think moving forward, you're right, she has Cade, Molly, obviously. She's got like Monet, I think, is more with her. Grace, and with Grace comes Eliov, if that's something that she wants to keep pursuing. Well, who does Eliov really have in this game anymore? Am I right?
We'll talk to Eliov when we get to Eliov.
We will. We're guest starring him. I'm just kidding. So yeah, I'm going up to a 7 for nice. Haley.
I don't think that's undeserved. I'm just a little cautious of who's going to put her up, and I'm just hoping to keep on itching up week by week. I'm feeling good.
I think she could win the game.
I think she could too. I think she needs a couple other things. She's not in a winning position right now. Like if the finale was tomorrow and we just did like the pecking order of the house, she doesn't win the game.
Mm-hmm.
But she's someone that I go, okay, you very clearly have these 2. And it's going to depend on how like a few comp wins shake out. So she's there.
And can make it to the end. And she was like, after last night's veto, she was like after everyone else left, she was like, this Saturday, I'm going to sit down and I'm studying the entire season. I said, okay, that would be good for the end of the game.
Yeah, this veto was atrocious. Oh my goodness.
I can't think of a longer veto competition we've done.
No.
2 hours was it? Yeah.
I think this is the longest non-endurance comp that we've done. This and maybe not so fast during the double eviction of season 4.
No, that was less than an hour.
No, that was an hour.
It should have been much less than an hour, but it was less than an hour, I think.
It was 3 jigsaw puzzles. Anyway.
Cal.
Listen, Cal. You're essentially you've won 3 HOHs.
Talking
great.
To Cal.
Good for you. You directly took out 3 people and nominated a bunch of people. Great. Good on you. These are good things about Cal's game. Now let's talk about the repercussions of winning 3 HOHs. You've put up lots of people. Haley's one of those people. So let's take Eliav. When Haley won HOH, Eliav said, damn, this is not good for my game. But I put up Haley. I wouldn't be shocked if Haley put me up. Let me talk to Haley, give a plea. Oh, I'm still on the block. Okay, I understand why. Cal put Haley up once and then tried to a second time, but Haley had safety. Haley would have gone home that week. So Haley, who was going to put Cal up initially to give them a chance in the veto, goes to Cal with this, and Cal freaks the fuck out. This doesn't make any sense. Are you kidding me? What? You can't do that. Shut up. You put Haley up twice. What do you mean this doesn't make sense? Excuse you. 2.
And you're the biggest player in the game.
And you're the biggest player because you don't stop talking and just about everywhere with everyone. You've been proven to turn on your allies in a snap of a finger. So you say, like, I would never come after you. I don't believe that. You almost put Kate up again.
Haley ate this week.
Haley
said, excuse me, no, I will not be talked to like that.
Yeah, Haley ate. I don't know where I was going with that. But yeah, Cal for me, 2.
Is that your score?
Yeah, Cal's.
Okay, I didn't know this was gonna. I'm also giving Cal 2. Most likely going home. Had a good run.
I want to talk about how poor our predictions have been. Literally at last.
Well, look at our lines. Look at the line jumps.
Literally, I don't think we've ever had poor predictions. Whereas like last week we were joking about it and we were like, oh well, Camilla's definitely going home right now, but for all that means next rankings, Camilla's still going to be here and Kalani's going to go home. Well, here we are. And we said last week, we were like, Cal, after all this time, I think finally isn't a target, goes home. Like, so we'll see.
Well, don't say that.
Pray. I'm like, Cal, I'm ready for you to go home.
Okay, Camillo.
Camillo. What did Camillo have last week from us? 2?
2s.
Yeah.
I'm going up to a 3.
I think that's what I'm doing as well. Because I do think Camillo, despite the odds, will still be receiving votes this week.
Yeah.
Like this is not going to be a unanimous vote, even though everyone is crazy for why. So yeah, I still think Camillo's getting votes, and I think of everyone left in the house, in terms of like who is the most in, I think Camillo's the most out. But that being said, I think Camilla's most out of the loop. That being said, Camillo has more use to people than some others. And for that reason, I don't even want to say I don't see Camillo being target. Like, I think Camillo is an easy person to leave in the double eviction next week.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he has a chance to win 3.
I did do all that. His line did go up though. The straight line, and then it's just boom. Yeah. Grace had 6.5. I don't know who gave her a 7.
You gave her a 7. I gave Grace a 6.
Okay.
Grace is in a really tricky spot. Grace is another person she wasn't who I was talking about when I was saying two people in the game. But that being said, for everything that it's worth, I think Grace is a good player.
For sure.
She is now, interestingly, I've heard no one say Grace is a comp threat. Grace has won 5 competitions. Granted, one of them was a secret win, but people know about it. She's won, 2 vetoes, 2 HOHs, and a beach patrol. She's not one to mess around with. I could see Grace, like, in a world, she very much just steamrolls. Why is 420 FaceTiming?
Who's doing it?
I don't know.
It was an
Decline. Cool, I'm back.
Zoom. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway.
Grace. Yeah, so like Grace is someone that, like, if she gets to the end, game-wise, has a good case. But now, interestingly, after last week's vote, when Grace was HOH, it largely, and this is Eliav's fault, but Grace is still implicated with it. It largely exposed the Grace and Eliav duo. People see it, people note it. That being said, I don't think Grace is the one that they want out. And I don't think that Grace is the one that would eventually have the votes to go. I mean, I was about to just talk about how delusional Kalani was saying, watch out for the duo Haley and Grace that are running the season. What? Anyway. Back to the people that are still in the game. Grace. Yeah, I'm not feeling fantastic about her spot. I really view Grace and Haley as like the exact same. So I'm gonna stay at my 6.
I agree and disagree. Because I don't think anybody's like, we need to take out Grace next week.
That's true.
I think I could see her surviving the double eviction. She has safety at 4.
As of now.
I mean, unless she's evicted.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true. That's a great point.
That's a good weapon to have. That's going to be crazy because people are going to be like, we need to win this HOH. And it's going to be like, no, you can't.
And what's crazy is like her winning HOH at 4 guaranteed right now does not take her out of the running for Final 5. She could, in theory, win Final 5 HOH.
Oh my God. I didn't even realize that. That's crazy.
Then be HOH at 4.
Yeah. Which it's like, a lot of people don't want to win HOH at 5 because they want 4. And she knows that she can.
It's very, very interesting. Continue speaking. I'm going to look at the board.
I feel great about Grace. I'm giving her staying at my 7.
You know what? The only thing that's tricky is I'm just thinking so much about Michael's diary room. But at the end of the day, what is Michael going to do?
Exactly.
Whereas, like, if
they're going after Eliav,
when people go after Eliav, like, say Cade won HOH and wants to go after Eliav, I don't see him putting up Grace. I see him putting up it's probably going to be like Eliav and Monet. Yeah, okay.
Pick a score.
I'll go to a 7. Because at the end of the day, I'm not putting many people up that high. And I do feel good about Grace.
Okay, look at her jump from a 3 to a 7.
See, right now, I just want to jump one more thing about Grace. This is the thing about Grace versus Eliav. Their positions in the game, I think, ally-wise, is pretty similar. Not with who, but like in terms of like their numbers and how she's viewed. But the thing is, Grace shows open willingness to have conversation, whereas Eliav kind of just shuts things down until he's strong-armed into doing something. And it's proven that Eliav is no longer trusted because of that, and Grace is still trusted because of how she handles situations. Okay. And it's happening right now with Haley. Let's move on.
Cade, I feel like nothing has happened with Cade this week other than he won safety when he wasn't there.
Cade, but to his credit,
No, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying I feel like there's nothing to talk about.
There's nothing to talk about. Well, I'll talk about something. He almost exposed himself during the HOH.
Oh, yeah.
If people carried through to like figuring out what Cade said in the competition chat.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
Cade said in the competition chat, like, great, so you'll just win. Michael knows he wasn't talking to him. Elioff knows he wasn't talking to him. Camilla knows he wasn't talking to him. People know, like, people realize that he threw the HOH to Haley. Elioff specifically knows and is not pleased. So that is the one thing that I will say happened with Cade. However, Cade literally, like, after that happened, kind of froze, did not really say anything all week, and now it's going to slip back under the radar, and I think can slip back in, and people are going to forget about it.
I think it's fine.
So I
forgot about it, so it really wasn't a big deal.
I'm going to stay at my 8.
Totally staying at my 8. Hoping for a 9 soon. He needs to get back.
He needs to drive something and make a move for me to go to a 9.
He needs to get back in there. I think him taking out Eliov, I don't know if next week's the right week or if the double is better for that.
I personally think it depends on who he wants to go to the end with and who's on board to make the move.
Yeah. Eliov, Yona, had,
I think, a 7 from me and a...
Oh, yes, 7s from both of us.
7 from both of us. Tisk, Eliov. Listen, for the longest time, it was Eliov's game to lose. And when the jury, like in the pre-jury phase, it was Eliov's game to lose. And then the jury phase started, and Cade said, "No, I want to win the game." And Eliov did not adapt well.
Someone said it.
The Amina vote, he did not handle it well. The Kalani vote, he did not handle it well. And he's going to be on the wrong side of this Cal vote. Probably. We'll see.
So 7s.
Molly and Haley no longer trust him. Michael, Camilo, and Cade want him out. He has no reason.
He's a goner.
Like, no one's really in the position anymore. Like, the only person that was like, Eliov needs to stay were Cal, who, let's knock on wood, hope is going this week, and Grace, who, at the end of the day, if people say goodbye Eliov,
she probably says goodbye.
Grace might just be like, okay. So I was at a 7 last week.
I know, I'm trying to think.
Well, I know where I'm going.
Let me think. I think that if he were to make it to the end, I think that he still has a very good shot of winning. I just think his path to get to the end is very, very obstructed.
It's very, very obstructed.
So I'm only going to go down to a 5.
Oh, that's exactly where I'm going as well. Which is, I think, this is definitely the lowest score of the game so far.
It is. But it's not looking good.
I mean, I could see a world where Eliot goes next week.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's 2 evictions next week. It's probably going to happen. Michael.
Okay, I actually have very positive things to say about Michael this week.
Wait, hold on. Michael had 5s from both of us.
Yeah. I actually have very positive things to say about Michael. Specifically with this vote. Michael in the past has proven to just go any way the wind blows, whatever he hears, he's going to do with the vote. That's how a lot of people have gone. Finally, thank God, thank you, Michael, at this eviction was like, no, why on earth are we sending home Camilo, a number for us, even if we think he voted on Amina, maybe, versus Kalani, someone that definitely did, we have never trusted, and is always coming back to us. Why on earth would we do that? And Eliot was like, yeah, but what? And Michael was like, no. Why? The fact that you're considering it right now, after you wavered on the Amina vote, after you wavered on so many things, I don't trust it. And he's wised up and he's talked to Cade about it.
I honestly don't know if I don't know if I want Cade or Michael to be the one to be like.
No, I still want it to be Cade because, listen, that's the only thing I can say about Michael. What I wish Michael did was like, this is the one thing that I'm still waiting and hoping to see from Michael, but we haven't gotten yet, and I don't think we will, is going like, great. Don't trust Eliav. I know Eliav and Grace are a duo. He was the one that sussed that out, Michael. I know Eliav and Grace are a duo. So let me take Cade, let me take Camilo, and let me pull in one or two other people. Molly, Haley, Monet, someone. And form another side to get them out. That hasn't happened yet, and I think he's not going to have a case for him if he gets to the end. But that being said, whereas before I felt like he could have been like an expendable target, I think other people have their guns pointed in other directions now, and
I don't think anybody's like Michael needs to go.
I don't think anyone's going to vote out
Which is
Michael.
a plus.
So I'm going to go up to a 6.
I also am going to do that as well. I feel like we've just been seeing a lot more of Michael in general in the past week or two, which I enjoy. Yeah. Wait, hold on. I have to. All right, we got 10 minutes here. Less than 10 minutes. So
I could talk about Molly Murphy for an hour. Oh my God.
Okay. Molly had 4s from both of us.
Yeah. Listen, let me start with the good. I don't see a world where Molly Murphy is going anywhere anytime soon. But let me say this. That's not because Molly's in a good position or a good player. It's because Molly at this point, I don't think has a shot to win the game. If Cal stays this week, it's gonna be because of Molly, who wants Cal out, but is going like when this is why, like, listen, I can't even blame people for their delusions of like it's a split vote. Because Molly, who is the biggest person being like, Cal's gotta go, talks to Eliav and is like, Eliav, how can we keep Cal? Girl, what? That's only gonna cause Eliav to go out and cause more votes, saying, well, I have Molly and I have this person and I have this person. It doesn't matter where the votes actually are. It matters where people think the votes are. So you telling people that you're willing to keep Cal for the purpose of keeping it on the down low is gonna keep Cal. What are you doing? What are you doing? You messy.
I thought you were gonna say, let's start with the good for Molly. Okay, on to the bad.
No, like, listen, she's not going anywhere, but like, even everyone in the jury, like, listen, like, let's talk about Isabel's game from last season. Isabel wasn't going anywhere either, and granted, it was for a similar reason. Yes, she was socially connected, but no one felt a need to take out Isabel. Everyone in the jury, though, Isabel had great relationships with everyone, was nice to everyone, and the jury respected that. If Molly gets to the end, they're not saying the same thing. They're like, Molly's a mess. And I love Molly Murphy. She's so entertaining. But oh my goodness, I don't think you have a chance to win the game. That being said, you're not going anywhere. And that is a 4 score.
That's what I was
7 years ago.
That's that 4 for me too.
SMH.
I think it's so like funny in a bad way. I think it's funny that she's like, okay, nobody can know that I am on this plan to get rid of Cal. And then goes to like Haley and says that. Then she like goes to Monet. She said that to Monet. She's like, nobody can know that I am on this plan to get rid of Cal. But like, why not? Like, if
I was gonna say, like, just say, listen.
And also, if you're telling people that like you cannot tell anyone that I am trying to get Cal out, you trust Monet that much that she's not going to tell anybody. Like,
it's also like not telling anyone. How are you going to get the votes then?
She said,
Molly.
She said the word. She said, you can't even tell your closest ally that I am voting to evict Cal. I'm like,
then what do you want them to do? Like, how are you going to get the votes to evict Cal then?
I like maybe
tell people you're keeping him.
Maybe it's to save Cal in the jury, I guess. Maybe, but like
no, like literally, it's like, oh my God. What it's doing is it's saving Cal from blowing up and being like, Molly. But guess what? We've been there, we've done that, and Molly Murphy's still here. She'll survive it again. It's not going to tarnish her reputation any more than it already has. So,
okay, finally Monet. Monet had what? 4.5? Yeah, 5 from me, 4 from you.
Yeah, listen, Monet. Here we go.
Partial slay.
Monet, Mo partial slay. Yeah. We're starting to see it. We got a diary room today.
I know. The thing is, like, oh my god. First of all, I love Monet. We say this every single week. We say the same thing for
I
Monet.
love
I
Monet.
love Monet. I just like
Um,
want her to be more like.
Listen, as the numbers dwindle, it becomes more necessary to talk to Monet about the game.
And
And
now they
as
realize that
people
they cannot
do,
get Monet out
it
of the game.
really is a house divided, I think, or not even house divided. It's like everyone's eyes are now pointing at Eliav. And whether Eliav goes next or it's another side character like Camillo, sure, but everyone's now like, Monet's a number that we like need in order to make any moves happen. So like I think Haley and Molly trust Monet.
Yeah.
Actually not much more than that, but we're seeing more of Monet, and like now she has a group that she could actually move forward with, I think.
Yeah. I'm sitting on my 5.
I'm moving up to a 5.
That being said, I don't think Monet, this current moment, can win the game.
I mean, listen, Monet's jury potential, I think, is very high with the people that are on the jury right now. A lot of people like Monet. People respect her comp wins. Monet's biggest issue is going to be getting to the final 2. I could see Monet. I could see Monet going next week. I could see Monet sticking around to final 4, final 3. I don't see Monet sitting in the final 2 chairs currently. And that's the biggest problem.
I'm very excited to see how this shapes out. This week was kind of a slow week. Beach Patrol's over though, thank God. Like, it was a good twist, but I'm done with it. Yeah.
Got
The
them done tonight.
wall tonight.
This is the comp. If you want to win it, you will win it. And this is what's really interesting. I really see the storm brewing for Eliav to go this week. And
I
if it
think
doesn't
he
happen,
knows. I think he's starting to.
I don't think he does know.
I think he wants to win.
I don't think he wants to win HOH.
You don't think so?
No. I still think he
know.
thinks he's in a position where he's in the middle and he has to wait a bit more.
I think maybe he'll see it by the vote tonight.
That's the thing. If Eliav's on the wrong side of this towel vote and Michael and Kay did not tell him, that's when we're gonna see the awakening. What does Eliav do if he wins HOH? He probably doesn't go after Kay to Michael.
No, it's probably like
Monet and
Molly, yeah.
and Molly. It's some combination of Monet, Haley, and Molly.
Very exciting. Only gonna be 8 people left after tonight. Crazy. Yes. Okay, I have to go back to work. So
okay.
Goodbye, everybody. See you on Monday or Sunday. Okay, bye.